Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
G'day, guys.
On the show today, we spoke to people who got into a spot of bother while they were travelling abroad in some fairly ordinary prisons.
God, yeah, they were full on, weren't we?
So we also celebrate heroes that wrote to companies about things that were of concern to them.
Yeah, so two people. One which is...
Self-declared heroes, perhaps?
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to bring myself up, but did I change the world? I don't know. Literally, I don't know.
It's not so far, but potentially.
Yeah.
Well, we had a whole heap of competitions as well. Will they make the cutting room floor?
What about Big Griff?
Oh, Big Griff.
Griff and Logue, goal
Yeah, I
kicking
couldn't
superstar.
remember what else we did, actually.
Thanks for joining us, Sean.
You know what? We aren't going to put brain trainers in because they were
Those
the two worst rounds
horrendous rounds
of the entire week.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Who says that one person can't change the world?
That's a great point, Nathan.
And this one person is 94 years old. Her name is Granny Daffy.
Granny Daffy, what's she been up to?
She was enraged, Sean. She was enraged
Well, she's entitled
because
to.
of the fact that she was not happy that Kleenex were gluing down the flap to the toilet paper so you couldn't easily pull it like a tab.
So they were doing it right at
noticed
the very
that's
end,
right
so
at
there
the
wasn't a
very
bit
end.
you could grab onto. So
She-
you had to kind of tear it then above it, and that's just a mess.
Have you
isn't
guys
it?
noticed that? It is harder.
Yeah, well, hey,
These days.
With your arthritic old hands.
Go buy a new role very
Okay.
soon,
Can
Sean.
do.
Because Granny Daffy
Granny
fixed it.
Daffy has changed the world. Here's Granny Daffy with her frustration.
It takes you nearly 5 minutes to undo the toilet roll. Look at that. That shouldn't be like that.
It's a great point, Granny
Are you
Daffy.
serious? How old was Granny Daffy?
She's older
94.
than time itself.
I was going to say, she's lied. She's older than 94.
Listen to her again.
It takes you nearly 5 minutes
How's that 5
to
minutes?
undo the toilet roll. Look at that. That shouldn't be like that.
No, it shouldn't be like that.
Sweetheart.
She
Granted,
doesn't have a moment to waste.
it takes her nearly 5 minutes to scratch her own nose.
I love her.
So-
So what did she do? How did she fix it,
She
Nathan?
featured in a viral campaign that was kicked off by her granddaughter called #BringBackTheFlap.
What else
Well,
did that
that is
hashtag?
a great hashtag.
You clicked on that hashtag. What else did you get?
A few things. So Kleenex, they listened to Granny Duffy.
Well,
they
how
got
can
her
you not?
in there. They showed her the process of how to make toilet paper, which blew her mind.
I bet it did.
Blew her mind. And then they said, you know what? You're right. We should bring back the flap because this is a travesty against humanity. Because they didn't want to hear the frustration of Granny.
That shouldn't be like that.
Of course. She's got better things to do in her life.
It
Yes.
shouldn't be like that. So she stopped it. And it just shows the power of contacting or writing to a
Yes.
company.
Because they don't. If nobody complains, they don't know that it's an issue. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. That's
I
very
know
true.
what you mean.
I bet you
What do you mean?
This has got you written all over it.
I am an avid app user of Guzmani Gomez. And
You've got all these
So-
everyone. Nathan's got a whole heap of loyalty points because he's done a great job supporting this business.
I'm
And
up
he
to
won't-
$90 worth
he
of
won't
loyalty
use
dollars.
them.
He won't use them though,
No.
so it doesn't matter. Might as well be zero.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Anyway, so I was a bit frustrated.
So they're thinking
got a
you
new
order
app.
on the app and then you go in and pick it up. Is that the way it works?
you
Yes.
pre-order it, you know,
Yeah.
and then you just go and like zoom in
You
and
zo-
pick
and
it
say,
up, and you
"Nathan's
can
here."
customize it because when you're doing a bit of a customization, things can get lost in translation. And for me, this is all written there and they can see.
Sure.
So I just wrote, hey there, just inquiring about your Cali burritos. I see you've launched a new app. You used to be able to add queso, is it cheese, in the burrito, and now there's no option to. I'm just wondering if this is an app bug or if it's how you
If
have
it's
to
become
order it
policy.
now.
And how old are you?
That shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be
the
like
virus
that.
that was. It was the
No,
virus.
Nathan,
No, I
Nathan.
could always add
I'm
it.
so sorry for your suffering.
And I sent it
Stay
to them.
strong, Tiger.
And the worst thing is, I send it because I'm like, wait, this isn't right. Like, and that's my order.
Would you walk in and say it to them?
Not in a million
No,
years.
but there's
And
an
then
option to contact them, so you did.
And then
Yep.
there's I'm even more mortified when they get back to me.
Yes.
Because I'm like, then I reread the email and go, what an idiot. But they did said, oh, thank you. We will take this into consideration.
So okay.
Has it changed it?
Haven't
Have you
changed
tried
it.
I
to
haven't
order
yet
it?
ordered another
Just
one
changed?
yet.
Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't ordered it. But it's changed. And I may not be able to taste the queso or whatever they say, however they say, but mentally I need to know what's in there.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Because that's a burrito I love.
I'd imagine there'd be a lot of people who have been sitting out there. God, if only someone would stand up.
Would stand
get
up
this
for
straight.
There's someone
Right,
out
for the
there probably
workers'
that
rights.
uses the Guzmani Gomez app and went, like, you can't add the Quazo cheese in there, and thank God someone did something about it. No, I don't know if it's changed. But at least
But
I'm
he's
trying.
fighting the fight.
wheels are in
isn't he?
motion.
That's right. He's not, but he's not a man to sit back and do nothing.
No way, mate.
No,
No
he
way,
will
mate.
very non-confrontationally send a message.
And then they send an email back and go, can you rate our here we go, where does it say? How would you rate the support you received? And I never answer them back.
know,
I'm so
sometimes
ashamed of
and
even
also,
doing it.
I don't know if you've changed it yet. So
I
therefore,
know.
all you've said is
Anyway.
thanks for your email.
Yeah.
We'll consider it.
Whatif.com is all about helping Aussies make the most out of every holiday. And now's the time to unapologetically holiday bigger and better than ever before.
Jump online or on the What If app and book your getaway today.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
What a time to be alive now that we've been introduced to Granny Daffy.
That shouldn't be like
What
that.
she's talking about is the flaps of the Kleenex toilet paper being glued down. There was no accessible way for her to be able to pull the toilet paper free off
That's
the roll.
right.
She wrote to the company, got behind a campaign, and she's changed it. Now the toilet papers are just flapping in the wind.
And now Nathan Morris jumped on board too because you sent a little bit of an email too, Nate.
Yeah, to the GYG to say, why can't I put Quazo cheese in my Cali burrito anymore on the app?
It's world breaking. It's groundbreaking stuff.
That's right.
Changing the world.
Agents of change. That's what it's about. Carrie's in Baldivis. Hello.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good,
Great,
Carrie.
Kez. Have you written to a company about something?
I did. It was quite a few years ago. I wrote to Subway.
Yes.
I used to order subs, and every sub I got had carrot in it, and I don't like carrot.
Yes.
They used to put the carrot up in the back row against the glass, and when they were putting it on other subs, it fell in every single salad that was on the table. So every sub I had, I was picking carrot out of. So I wrote to them, and they changed the layout. The carrot's now at the front, closest to the service, so it doesn't drop in every other.
Well,
Because of you!
God, Carrie.
You are an agent for change, Kerry.
I just didn't like carrot. I didn't do it for anyone but myself.
No, but
No,
still.
but imagine all the other people that are affected by
But
their
they were
hatred
too
of
shy
carrot.
to say anything.
And they were like, no, I'm not. No one's going to listen to me.
Oh my God, Carrie. Sorry.
Carrot? Oh my God, carrot! God, I hope Kerry doesn't get into some of our next caller.
No, that's right. Thanks, Kerry. Tiffany, hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Tiff.
Tiffany. Did you write to a company?
How you going?
Good.
Thank you. Right, my story is about my dad. He actually wrote a letter, not an email.
Yes.
And the letter, he was to a duck company that supplied duck to Coles, Woolworths, and it was in like a sauce that he liked.
Yes.
And he wrote them a letter, and a couple of days later, he got a response from them by a phone, and they said, "Oh, look, we're really surprised at getting this letter. We've never received a letter in about 40 years. It's gone around the whole office. It's going to the board of directors, this beautiful letter that you've written."
So what was the letter
And-
about?
It was about that he couldn't get this duck product in Coles or Woolworths
Okay,
anymore.
okay.
And they said to him, "Well, we still have no problems with our duck. It's just that it's not getting stocked at your store
Yes.
that you shop at.
Yeah.
And it's now stored in Woolworths or Coles in some other area close by."
Yep.
And he said, "Oh, look, thanks very much for the call." And he went there and grabbed the 6 glass ducks that were there and rang him back and said, "Well, I got your 6 glass duck. Thank you very much for letting me know that it's stocked in that shop now." And
Yeah.
so his letter's gone to the board of directors.
Oh my
and,
God! And
yeah.
then they made sure that there was some ducks for him. So is that store now forever stocking that product because of him?
Yes.
Amazing, amazing, Sean.
See, sometimes writing
right
a
up there,
nice
Nate.
letter complimenting them gets you places, Sean.
And also,
Imagine.
like the first letter that you've ever gotten. Imagine
I know.
everyone in the company. Oh my God, this old man's written to us about ducks.
I don't write the letters, but I have a conversation with the people, and I always say, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
When
And
I'm-
then he
attack
starts
them.
screaming at them.
Yeah.
But Sean stops when they start crying.
Does he, though? Not always.
sometimes.
For a breath.
Thanks, Tiff. Kylie's in Southern River. Hello.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hi,
Kylie.
Kylie.
All right. Now, did you write to a company?
I did. I was out in Kalgoorlie and I was sitting just on a project. Sorry, Nathan.
That's all right.
Sorry.
And I was
They hang up
so
on us.
bored.
Apology accepted.
You've gone up. You've come back. I decided to treat, watching some Netflix, went and got a bag of Family's Allen's Party Mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And I was totally enraged because there was two black cats out of the entire packet. So I separated them all. There was 60 bananas. There was an absolute ton of those horrible little strawberries and peaches and cream.
No, they are not horrible.
Kylie, no one
Also,
wants the black cats.
Yeah, nobody wants the black cats.
one
That's
wants
why
them.
they hardly put any in
do.
there.
It's like you've missed. Yeah.
Well, buy a packet of black cats.
Nah.
Yeah.
You can't get-
No,
yeah.
well, black cats weren't a bag then.
Yeah.
You know
I
why?
wrote
Because nobody likes them,
likes them,
Kylie.
Kylie.
All right, Kylie. So what
I
else
loved
happened?
them. So I wrote to the company and said, look, absolutely horrified that there was only 2 black cats in my big bag.
Yeah.
Has to be a better ratio. I can live with about 5, 10, but 2. And they wrote back to me and they sent me about, I think from memory, it was about $20 worth of products.
Yes.
And they said, Kylie, we hear you. We've got, and they did, we've got hashtag bring back black cats happening.
Yes.
And they said, we'll think about it. And they took it to the board, and obviously black cats are back in a whole bag now. And they said, stay tuned, and they joined me into this hashtag black cats on Instagram.
Yes.
And wrote me this beautiful letter. And then 2 months later, they sent me, Kylie, you're going to be so happy. And they sent me a little tote bag with black cats on it, a hat, bright red hat with black cats on it.
All the
A little
merch.
badge, and I've still got it. But, Betsy, I got 2 bags of black cats, which were personalised with Kylie's black cats written on them.
Kylie.
Kylie, what
I mean,
a
what an
champion of the forgotten lolly. That's
I know.
amazing.
It is the forgotten
Black
lolly.
cats
Everyone wants
are
to forget it.
Terrible, Kylie.
They are.
Of all
They're
the,
the worst of the
lollies, they're
Jews.
pretty ordinary.
I don't know if you've helped the world or hurt the world.
I think we do know.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Happy Friday,
I
everybody.
know.
Oh my God!
And to celebrate, it's Friday Film Day.
It's Friday Film Day.
That's right, for our movie madness mornings.
I don't know. We've got to give it a
So
name.
we've got this massive TV that's on
Yeah.
a wall here in the studio.
And Harry has memorised my Stan account password. So Harry has put on a movie, Sean, and you right now, just by seeing what's happening, is going to guess what it is.
I've got no idea, but I'm guessing is it White Chicks?
Yes,
Yes,
Sean!
that is White Chicks.
Yeah. The brothers, Wayne.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Wayne
okay.
brothers.
Yes.
White Chicks, one of the best movies on the planet.
Oh,
No, it is.
I mean,
Anytime,
big statement.
No,
it
it
doesn't
is.
matter what
No, it
is
is 100%.
happening, whatever is happening. If it's on, I will stop what I'm doing and I will watch. I will watch the whole thing.
You just want to
mean,
hear Vanessa Carlton's song.
it
don't you?
was
so
slightly ignored in the awards round, but
I mean, yeah, but what do the critics know?
And amazingly, it was so successful. It really was that they never did a sequel, which is amazing. Because remember Hot Dub Time Machine?
Yes, I watched
That
the
got-
sequel.
that got one.
I watched the sequel. Yeah, this didn't need a sequel. It needs to stand
it
alone.
stands
forever.
alone.
I said that about Top Gun, Sean.
That's true. But I mean, how long did it take?
Wow.
Maybe in 30 years we'll
Well,
get it
who
White Chicks
knows?
too.
It's exciting.
The next generation of White Chicks.
Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Oh, it's all going a bit pear-shaped in here, everybody. Oh. We've gone from White Chicks, and now we went to the next movie, which is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and then we weren't really feeling that.
Yeah, I don't think we can turn
Oh, I
this
don't
one
think we
up
can
either.
turn this one up here because
Yeah,
that's
turn
what's
up,
happening
yeah,
on
you
the
just have
screen
to-
right now. But Sean went, we need to watch.
Van Wilder, Party Liaison.
But
I mean,
what's happening
I love
right
a bit of
now?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is fantastic.
He's looking down at a lady right now, and I won't say
A
what she's
quite
up
elderly
to.
lady, as it
And
appears.
I don't think that we could. Oh, okay, right.
It was
She's
a
measuring
trap.
him for trousers
While
while sucking a lollipop. Okay.
Okay, we're off to a good start.
I don't know.
Yes, mate. That was funny.
We thought there was something else happening.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Time to catch up with our power forward from the Fremantle Dockers, of course, the one and only Griffin Logan. Hey, Griff, as you know, when you play in the forward line, you get paid more than the defenders.
Yeah, goal kick and Griff.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Oh, we're just getting straight into your finances. So tell us about all the money you're getting.
Oh yeah, geez. Up to me ears in it, guys. Don't worry about that. How good?
Well, surely living with Tabs, you know that if you kick goals in the forward line, mate, you're the man.
Mate, people seem to care a lot more about goals now that I've seen both ends of it. You know, not many people enjoy the spoils as much as they do a goal. So I'll have to try.
They
and
don't show on the
more.
scoreboard.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's like you've gone from a roadie to the lead guitarist.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
That's right.
Who would have thought if you actually end up kicking more goals than the other team, then it seems to be the difference in your wins. So it's great.
Are you loving your newfound fame, Griff? More respect around the club?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I reckon a bit more of a strut getting around the club, to be honest. But
Yeah.
can't help it. But it's been pretty good.
Are you watching? Is your gram followage going up?
Oh yeah, geez, it's just skyrocketing, mate.
Oh,
Don't worry
they love
about
a
that.
forward.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag ads. Coming your way soon.
Got a lot of SponCon coming your way.
Oh, it's going to be full on for the big guy. There's no doubt about that. So,
Mate.
Griff, there is another big game coming, and we're looking at the conditions outside. I'm sure Fremantle supporters are worried that you can't play in the wet conditions.
Famously.
Yeah, definitely. We've obviously put up some pretty bad performances, kind of in the wet the last couple of weeks ago, and certainly something we're looking to make amends for. And sorry, just college, and we get the chance to kind of make up for it. Yeah, this weekend against the Hawthorns.
What's happening? What's happening
going
with you
on?
at the moment?
Are you having some sort of breakdown? What is it?
What just happened?
I'm just walking down to the beach. I'm going to swallow a little bug or something.
Did ya?
That bug's got no respect.
We've obviously taken note of it, what we need to do, and play a bit more to the conditions, and
Sure.
we'll definitely be looking to make a better performance.
I mean, decent in with N Fife, I believe.
Oh, pretty decent, yeah. bit of a new kid off the block.
Yeah, he was
we're
a bit of a
looking
star in the waffle, I believe.
I know, but it also, I'd feel a lot of pressure for Fifey, because what if suddenly the wheels fall off and then people go, oh my God.
Better off
He
without him.
has lost it, yeah.
Oh, I think if you know the man, the wheels are far from coming off, to be honest. There's no metal scratching on the ground just yet. The wheels haven't come off at all. So.
We'll record this part just in case it happens. And play it back
I'll
to you.
record it. I'll be taught. The bloke's a star.
Hey,
He's a
Griff,
freak.
want to get back into what's happening at your house. We spoke to Gov about this. His answer was very illuminating. This is a woman's theory on the wealthy on TikTok to do with sofas. Have a listen.
If the back of their couch touches the wall, then they're not rich. Rich people, their couches just be out there. Just be out there in the open. Rich people, their house is so big, their couch don't touch a wall.
All right, so Griff, does your sofa at home touch any walls?
Yeah, it does. It's jammed right up against the back wall. Watched the charge the other
Pair
day.
of paupers.
Yeah.
You would have thought, two footballers in one house, they could have a couch in the middle of the room.
It would have been in the middle of the room.
Well, Griff has been playing, as I said, he's been playing in the back line, as we know. It's just,
I know, but
you're not
Tabs
the glitter
hasn't.
lights. I mean,
This is a combined income we're talking about here.
Griff, that's
Going
surprising.
to have to start getting the feng shui sorted, aren't I, after the recent change up forward. So we'll see how we go.
Wow, that's great. Sean, I feel like we should pass
I
that
mean, to
around
be fair,
for him.
they're both very tall, so you need to maximise your leg room, I would imagine,
I know,
Griff.
but it's
That's exactly right.
it's amazing the things we hear about you. Do you have a side table? A nice side table?
Yeah. Plenty of side tables, mate. Oh, God, yeah.
Plenty of side
Plenty,
tables.
plenty.
That's where his money goes.
That's right.
One couch, 1,000 side tables.
hey, Griff, are you actually heading for a swim right now? You're going to jump in?
I am. I am. It's actually not. It's not that cold today. The other days have been a fair bit colder.
Yeah, it's warmed up a bit this morning, so.
Well, it's going to be
Can
tough.
you hear the ocean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like holding a shell up.
I'm just worried that your testicles are going to meet that bug in your throat.
And with that image,
All the best
Well, we
in the
are looking
future.
forward to the game tomorrow against Hawthorn. We hope the continued good form of both you and the footy club
more goals, or are you
goes
back
on.
to the back line? What's going on?
No, he's staying in the forward line, apparently.
Yeah.
Still forward, yeah. Keep it up there. It's not a mind game, so have look out for me. I'll be there making a contest. That's all I'm there for.
He's got a plan now. He's got to get that couch off the wall.
That's it. That's it.
It's good to have a goal in life.
Sign of wealth.
Good on you, Griff. Thanks, mate.
See you, Griff.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Okay, this is full on for an Australian student. He was off backpacking, right, around the Americas. Mm-hmm. His name is Jack. He worked as a youth worker in regional Victoria. He took a break from university and went for a holiday through US, Mexico, Central America.
Awesome. How good.
So he wanted to go and see the NBA playoffs. He was planning to book accommodation and flights as he went, as most young travellers do. He landed in the US at Honolulu International Airport. He was welcomed with aloha. He was very excited about that. And then we hit a bit of a border security thing.
A snag.
On the TV.
All right. And you're in Hawaii. And
he was
that.
asked if he had a plane ticket to leave the US. He had one to Mexico. Then he heard the words, "You're going to have to come with me." The words that no one wants to hear at an airport.
It's so shocking because I would never have even known. I'm quite well travelled. I would never have known this is a rule.
To enter the US under the visa waiver program, travellers must have another ticket out of the US to any other foreign port or place that is not a bordering country or adjacent island.
So
you
it
got to
can't
be
be
showing
Canada.
that you're leaving.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So either you're coming home, which
Yes.
is the case for most people,
Yep.
or if you're travelling on, it has to be somewhere that's not a bordering country. Because I think the assumption is that if you're going to a neighbouring country, then you're just going to hop back again.
hop back on.
So they want you to show that you're going somewhere else.
He's
Yes.
completely confused. He's been taken away to an area that has really weak Wi-Fi signal, so he had no internet on him. So then a guy that was detained as well felt sorry for him because this kid was looking freaked out and also didn't do anything really fully criminal.
No.
So the guy said, "Oh, hey, do you want to borrow my phone and you can book a flight?" So he tried to book a flight to Panama because he couldn't think of any other capital city in Central America because he was
It's a good
freaking
country,
out.
yeah.
So that was $500, US $500. He didn't have that in his account. So he was trying to explain to the Customs Border Protection Officer that he had to transfer money to another account. And they were like, wait there, what are you talking about? So they said, no,
So
we
and
don't
he
believe
needed, because
you.
he needed his phone to
Yes.
be able to do that.
And
yeah.
they said, no, we don't believe you. They said, you obviously have insufficient funds to support yourself for your intended period of stay. So he was removed from the US on the first available flight, right?
Yes.
But before that, he was handcuffed and taken to the Federal Detention Center in Honolulu, which described as simply scary. He was stripped naked and guards searched under his scrotum and anus for contraband twice.
Yeah, you had to pay extra for that.
This kid, this isn't a drug thing. This kid was like, it was like a plane ticket thing.
Yeah.
So he moved through different rooms while his process. He said every room got scarier and scarier and looked like those ones from prison.
Yes.
This is my favourite bit. In one of the rooms, he said he used a paper bag with the sandwich as a pillow as he slept on the concrete floor. Now, I want to ask you the question. You're hungry and tired. What would you do? Would you eat the sandwich or
use it as a pillow?
What would
There's
you
one
do?
or the other,
So
isn't
your
it?
sandwich
I'm
is
eating
a
the sandwich.
pillow, but
Yeah.
you're starving.
Yeah, I'm
But if you
saying-
eat the
the
sandwich, then you don't have a pillow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Natalie,
fine.
would you
I'll
eat the
sleep on
sandwich?
100%. You'd eat the
I don't
sandwich.
know.
You love a pillow?
I do like a pillow.
But normally I put the
Because I
pillow
don't think
between
you're
my
going to
legs.
sleep very well anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you might as well not be hungry.
I know, but what if the only thing to get me to sleep is a pillow, a sandwich pillow?
You're still lying on concrete. It's not much of a pillow. Eat the sandwich.
The saddest thing he had
Yeah.
to use a sandwich.
That's so shocking.
A sandwich as a pillow.
And all that because he didn't have a plane ticket that was showing
Yes.
that he was
Well,
leaving the country and
It
he wasn't a legal
100%
immigrant.
could have been fixed if he had global roaming on his phone.
Yes.
Because then he would have been able to access his bank account, move the money in, and that's a standard thing. You know, obviously he had money in a savings account and he didn't want to have it all on his credit card in case his credit card.
Oh, we
got
do it all
blocked.
the time.
That's a really sensible way to travel. And so he could have done that, moved it over, bought the plane ticket off your trot.
Yeah.
Instead, he's using a sandwich as a pillow.
Sandwich as a pillow.
It's a low point, isn't it?
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We're talking about when you've been overseas and you found yourself in a spot of bother, even if you didn't know what the rule was that you were breaking.
No.
Johnny Hoppers are all over you.
Mate, what did Donna do? Hi,
Oh,
Donna.
it's a big question. Hi, Donna.
Morning, guys.
Hi,
Lovely
Donna.
show.
Oh, thanks,
Thanks,
Donna.
Donna.
Where were you, Donna? Where in the world?
I flew to the UK on British Airways,
Yeah.
but it was around the time of the Claremont binoculars and I used to run a lot, so I had a mace and I had it in my handbag. So I flew from Perth to the UK. When I landed in the UK, I got met, as I landed and escorted into a room with some pretty scary dudes because I had an illegal weapon on an aeroplane, which is not just, I don't know the terminology, I can't remember, it's not just a criminal offence, it's actually a federal offence.
Yes.
But because I was a British citizen, it was a jailable. So they basically was going to put me in jail.
Oh, Donna, what a great start.
You just forgot it was there.
Just forgot it was there. It was in my handbag. Just didn't even realise. The guys at Perth Airport didn't pick it up.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Thanks, Donna.
Yeah.
That was back in the day before all the security screening went
that's
insane.
when I used to take my Uzis.
You know, you used to be able
Coast.
to take a working chainsaw on a plane back then.
So I was crying my eyes out because I was just terrified that I was going to be put into some women's horrible jail in the UK.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, sharpening her toothbrush against the wall to make a shiv in order to survive the night.
So how'd you get out of it then?
I just cried and cried and cried. And I got them to look up the Claremont serial killer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I also, because I worked at a particular school where 2 students, I was able to prove that I worked at that school, and I was just terrified.
Yeah, I mean, if your back's to the wall, Donna, you did have a knife, you could just stabbed your way out.
Yes, homegrown terrorist.
It was mace. Thanks, Donna. Kiara's in Palmyra. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Kiara. Okay, what happened?
So it was actually my partner. So we were working in China at the time and going on vacation. I was off to see my parents elsewhere and he was going to Vietnam. So he went to Vietnam and being a Canadian, he needed a visa on arrival.
Yes.
So he landed, got there, saw everybody going to this other desk and he went straight through thinking, woohoo, no line.
Yeah, how good.
And they got there and it's like, so where's your visa? And it's like, it's visa on arrival. And they're like, no, you need to apply for the visa before the visa on arrival.
So what happened?
Yeah.
So they sent him back to the country that he came from.
Yes.
Which he had actually flown from Beijing to Macau.
Yeah.
So they got him in a plane to Macau.
Yeah.
And by this time it's 11 o'clock at night. And he's like, okay, cool, I've got friends in Macau. I'll go hang out with them.
Casinos are there, no problem.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, you can't get out of the airport.
Oh.
Like, you've been a, what's the word?
A naughty boy.
Because he's been deported.
A naughty boy.
It's like that Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
Where you can't go anywhere.
Terminal.
You can't get out of the airport.
Yes.
And he's like, well, what's happening? And he's like, you've got to stay in the airport overnight. I'm like, okay, I'll go sleep on the chairs. They're like, no. You're being locked up overnight.
You're being locked up at the
airport.
Did he
for
have a
being
sandwich for a
naughty
pillow?
boy.
So he gets locked up in Macau, locked in this room with 2 other guys. Phone, everything taken off him. And the guys turn to him and are like,
What are you in for?
We're like, I didn't get a visa for Vietnam.
No, you
And
gotta
they're in
say
there for
something
drug
harder.
smuggling and in order to survive the night
Yep.
he's doing stand-up.
So he's like, what are you in for? And they're like, drugs.
So it was
yeah.
drugs.
Yeah, you need to say something pretty,
They were
pretty full
drug
on.
smugglers.
And he just didn't have the right visa. Oh,
Yeah.
bless.
So here he is doing knock-knock jokes to survive the night. Oh.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We heard a very unfortunate tale of a young man who was off on his great adventure, saved up all his money.
Yep.
He'd quit his job.
Yep.
He was headed overseas and he landed in America and they said, you have to go to prison because he didn't book a ticket that was going out of America that wasn't to a neighbouring country.
Yep.
So he'd booked to Mexico and he needed another flight from there because his phone didn't have any reception. He couldn't do it. And they just went, okay.
Yep.
They
In
searched his bum, they searched under his doodle, and then they made him go into a cell and he used a paper bag with a sandwich as a pillow.
It's not a
He
great
got the ticket of
start.
approval for his prostate, though. That was a good news.
Yeah, he did, Sean. 2 fingers, they
Healthy
said.
as.
Donna's in Cudo. Hi, Donna.
Good morning.
Hi, Donna.
All right, so overseas, you got in trouble. What happened?
Okay, it wasn't me. It was my
Oh,
brother-in-law.
come on, Donna, be honest.
I know. Thank God it wasn't me.
Yeah, what
So
happened?
he was going to America with some mates,
right? So he was 20, they were all 21, right? And so he thought, if he's going to go out partying with them, he's just going to have to change something on his identification so that he can, just innocent enough, I guess. But
yes.
Yes. So changed a number or something on his passport.
And
his passport. That was that. Yes.
That's bad.
I know. So they were all off doing their own thing. He had a day spare, so he decided he'd go to a museum just to have a little look around. Turned out it was a military museum. And he decided, while he's there, take a few photos. This is all lovely. Wow. And he got arrested for suspected terrorism because apparently you're not allowed to take photos inside military museums.
Okay.
And because he diddled with his passport, they threw him in jail. He was in jail for 3 months.
3 months?
Yes. So the whole family in Sydney, they're all trying to do what they could to get him out. He ended up in there for 3 months. 3 long months.
Oh, my God, Donna.
Do not do anything to your passport. It's
do not
dodgy.
touch it.
You cannot touch that.
But you know what? It was just the perfect storm, wasn't it? Like the photos at a military museum and that being a red flag for them, and then looking at the passport being changed, and then
it's amazing that he didn't get picked up when he entered the country because they do look at your passport pretty closely.
So Donna, he altered it before he went into the country,
or when he got there.
I'm guessing when he got there. It must have been when he got there. Just all the because he was. Everyone else was born early in the year. He was born later in the year.
The clubs.
I'll just change that number. Somehow. Don't know how, but did that. So, it was all looking dodgy from the start.
How was prison for him over there?
Dreadful.
Yeah?
Dreadful, yes. No, apparently he still has nightmares about it, but no, dreadful.
So when was he in with full-on crims?
I think anyone in jail, I would think they always would be, wouldn't they? I don't know.
They are full-on
crims. Well, because there's people like him, you think they'd go, okay, what did you do? And then they put the non-crimmy ones at one end. And
put you in the bumbling tourist wing.
Yeah, and put the fully crimmy ones like up the other end.
Cautionary tale, everybody.
Crims in prison should be. I think criminals they should be put in sections.
Yeah,
like at the supermarket. The stabby ones. The steely ones.
Yeah, okay. White collar crimes over here.
Collar crimes over here.
What are the other colour crimes?
Oh, purple. There's colours of all the rainbow,
purple
Sean.
colours. Adele's in Morley. Hello.
Hi, Adele.
Hello.
Hi, Adele.
Oh, Adele.
Hello.
We're hearing some terrible tales. What happened?
Sorry, that was really funny.
I know it's hilarious. I get it.
Sorry, Adele.
Sorry.
Her whole life.
We're still riding off the penny from earlier. Anyway, yes, Adele.
So before COVID, I worked at Flight Centre and we had a really great team. And about 5 or 6 years ago, my boss had a backpacker that he was booking. He was going all around Europe. I was like, yeah, all good. He was pretty, I suppose, casual, nonchalant with his attitude towards travelling, just wanted to have a good time in each country. So we're like, okay, that's fine. When it comes to Russia, you need to follow the visa requirements. Absolutely need to. And Russian visas, they need to be, excuse me. So Russian visas, you need to be out by a certain time on a certain day.
Okay.
Yes.
And so let's say he was booked out to leave Russia at 12 a.m. on the 1st of July.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was like, yeah, that's fine. I just want to stay a little bit longer, so I'm going to catch a later train. Obviously without letting us know.
Yes.
Catches a later train, but this train doesn't actually leave Russia until like 2 a.m. the 2nd of July.
Okay.
Right.
So it gets to about 1:30. They're doing their check through, and he's like, oh, your visa's expired. He's like, yeah, I'm obviously leaving now. They're like, no, you need
but you're still in the country
now.
Yes.
Yeah,
you need to go now.
Yeah, well, I am going now.
So he gets on the track and starts running.
I can't get there any faster.
Literally, they escort him off the train by gunpoint.
Yeah.
And we realized, he calls us from a Russian jail, which he had to spend 2 days on because he overstayed 2 hours on his visa.
So to punish him for overstaying, they made him stay longer.
Yeah,
I mean, that seems...
I'm sorry, I've just watched the recent Stranger Things series, and one of the main characters is in Russian jail. They're not fun Russian jails. What did he say it was like?
It's all part of the adventure.
It was the scariest experience of his life.
Yeah.
The scariest experience was obviously sort of having the gun to him.
Sure.
But yeah, we were able to prove that it was an honest mistake, and so he got out after paying a couple of fines. But it was just, the scariest thing and a tale that we tell everyone if they are ever going to Russia again, because it's just
you need to follow the rules.
Yeah, I'm guessing no one's going to Russia anytime soon.
I have to tell you though, because say you're in like a normal prison, like like an English speaking prison, so that you can understand the language. If you're in a Russian prison, just because we've seen just nothing but Russian movies, you'll just think everything that's coming out of your prison mates. Your cellmate's mouth is a threat.
It's dangerous. That's right.
Quite a violent.
And even though they're probably speaking to you like, how are you today? You're like, oh my God.
Please don't.
Please don't. Would you like my sandwich?
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
The proud West Australian Daniel Ricciardo is under a bit of pressure, as we know, in the old F1.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean, he sounds fast there.
His car sounds like it's running pretty quickly. Yeah. But generally, as we've seen this year, hasn't competed in too many races where he's been anywhere in the top 10.
No.
And certainly even finished races.
I know. It's not good, is it?
It's not good. But, he doesn't mind people talking about whether he has a future in the F1s itself.
I know that there is obviously chatter and, let's say, certainly some noise at the moment, but for me it's like a good reason to, in a way, like push back and just to remind people. But first and foremost, like remind myself that I can still do it.
You know how when you get older you have to go for your licence more frequently? Is that the same and more so concentrated for F1 drivers?
Do you need a licence to drive an F1 car?
I would. You'd have to have the manual license, wouldn't you? No, that's in the gear stick.
Yeah,
on okay, on your steering wheel.
But you know what I mean, like because your reflexes do get slower and all that sort of stuff. So it is a sport you can age out in.
Yes,
where is he age-wise compared to the rest of the field?
I think Lewis Hamilton's around the 32 mark. He's 36, isn't he?
Who?
Daniel Ricciardo.
All right, I'll Google.
Okay, you get onto that. But you're right with the reflexes. That's a very good point, and that could be a reason. His car, he always
How far
seems
away
to
is
jump
he from being an Uber driver?
You get there quick.
You'll get there the quickest out of any Uber driver.
It sounds like 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, it sounds like that way because there's a lot of talk. 32, okay.
Sebastian Vettel is 34. Lewis and Hamilton is 37.
37, so he's the granddad.
Valtteri Bottas is 32.
Well, Lewis Hamilton's the best.
So Lewis is 37, so that's the oldest. Is there any in their 40s currently that are
Is Fernando Alonso not driving still, is he? Because he's 40.
No,
that's
not.
So by 40 you're out.
It seems that way, and that's a reflex.
Lewis Hamilton at 37 is the oldest in that little clutch anyway.
The problem with him is Lando Norris, who is his teammate, seems to be going much, much better with him race after race. And that kind of happened with Max Verstappen when he left Red Bull. So anyway, I hope Daniel just lifts. I hope.
Well, how much money, Natalie, Daniel Ricciardo net worth?
Okay, let's have a look here.
I mean, seriously, he can stop.
Oh, it's one of those stupid things.
Well, we know he gets on his tractor out in the
net worth
country.
50 million this side reckons.
You know what, Daniel? Come on, mate. You're fine. The price of petrol's up. You can afford it.
Yeah. He's fine for a few more years. We'd like to see him bounce back.
Oh, we'd love to see him bounce back. Then again...
Do you need to? Do you need to worry about it?
You know what? Like you don't have long to spend 50 million.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that's going along with a lot of money... Could you?
I mean, I guess so, but, you know.
Yeah.
Give me 2 days.
Well, a lot of the guys, as we've been talking about this week, who are playing in the Live Golf Series, backed by the Saudi guys, are getting paid all the money in the world, right?
Yeah, so ludicrous amounts of money.
They started yesterday, huge crowds. It's getting played over in out of London for the first game. Greg Norman, though, he is happy as because he's just upset the apple cart.
I feel so happy for the fact that we've brought free agency to the game of golf. And to sit here and be I'm just one person of a massive team. I'm proud for the game of golf. We're growing the game of golf. I'm so happy.
I don't know what Greg's getting paid. Can you imagine what he's getting paid?
He's the one that got everyone on board. He's done this. He's upset the world of golf. Everyone said he couldn't do it. He's got a big doodle. He's having a great time.
And I think it's about time somebody really started looking after these poor, impoverished golfers.
It's so hard.
I mean, they've been struggling so hard all these years.
They're so tired all the time. They've got people having to carry their bags. And
yes,
they're a weak bunch.
Famously an underpaid sport. Please.
But you got to walk 18 holes. It's not easy. It's not for faint-hearted. I can't even remember the last time I walked 18 holes.
If only mini golf was high paying.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh God, Sean!
Just do it at the driving range. Get over and done with.
Well, there we go. Money galore all around the country.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
It's Friday, and you know what that means.
It means Harry finally gets to turn his mic on without getting hit with a stick.
Oh, Harry, have the floor.
It's time for the debrief. How do you think you guys went this week?
I don't know, Harry. I don't know.
What do you reckon?
We were very on what people were talking about. I think we're on the issues.
I think you were too. The big crunchy issues?
Oh, the big green elephant in the room.
Actually, I had a laugh when Sean asked about 10 minutes ago. We've got Bryant here, our work experience
Yes.
for the week.
Oh.
What did you take anything out of this week working with us?
And then he just started listing all the other things around the building he did. And then I said, no, Bryant, any lessons from us? Bryant, come to the microphone. Did you learn anything from working with us at all? Anything?
I learned quite a bit.
You can't say most of it, though, can you?
I know. Not on radio.
He's been gasping in shock for most of the week.
There's no danger of him walking away with any secrets from this place.
But you know what?
There's
He
nothing to say.
could wrangle together a good lawsuit.
Yeah, I was going to say. Might need to get him to sign an NDA before he leaves the building.
We can all do that. All right, let's get into this. Here we go.
Nathan, Nat and Sean's Weekly Debrief.
The week kicked off with a bit of chat about a couple of hungover Mormons who were on the run, but let's not get too excited because Nathan, Nat and Sean had bigger cases to crunch.
As we know, the lettuce prices have just gone through the roof around the country.
First the petrol prices and now this. Dan was not happy about it.
How big a part does lettuce play in your life?
So lettuce is a big part of my life.
It's a big part. No, I hear you.
I'm getting a bit upset as we speak.
I know, we can hear it.
Yeah, it may be aesthetically pleasing and super crunchy, but it can't be that good.
Is lettuce really that important to people?
It features in a lot of sandwiches.
Yes. Natalie,
I can definitely live without lettuce.
You can't live without lettuce. No. Oh, grow up.
Okay, we'll move on from lettuce talk if we have to, because it's now time for some lettuce ASMR. All right, that's enough of that. Let's see what else happened during the week. All right, what have we got here? Nathan, Nat and Sean. Oh, they loved this one. They talked about being rich.
A woman on the TikToks has come up with a theory.
If the back of their couch touches the wall, then they're not rich. Rich people, their house is so big, their couch don't touch the wall.
Oh my God, both the back and front of my couch touch the wall. I need to reconsider my life choices. Anyway, I've got no doubt that Nathan and Nat could easily land a jumbo jet between the couch and the wall at their places. But what about Sean?
Downstairs, I've got the couch. It's not against the wall. Upstairs, it is right against the wall.
It's money downstairs. Money downstairs. Polo upstairs.
And what about West Coast Eagle Jez McGovern?
Some of my couch touches well, some of it doesn't. So.
Keep it some of the real and being hoity-toity in other rooms.
Who in the team has the couch way out in the middle of the room?
Now, sorry to interrupt this, but try and pinpoint the exact moment when Gov regrets his answer here.
Simo's got a couch he's
in the middle of the room.
Definitely got the couch in the middle of the room.
There's someone else cruising around with a bit of spare coin in their pocket after a small victory in the courtroom recently.
We haven't touched the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing at all. He went with some friends to a curry house in Birmingham. He spent $87,000.
He bought a lot of poppadoms.
$87,000. I was like, wait there.
How many people?
20 people.
Do you reckon he said, all right, let's split it?
Just before I wrap up this debrief, I wanted to say how much I'm going to miss working with Nathan, Nat and Sean. No, I'm not resigning. I haven't been fired, but this may be the last debrief I ever do if someone ever offers Nathan a specific amount of money.
$244 million.
Like the people I would murder for that. Murder.
It's a long list.
A lot of them. All of them, Sean. You, her, Amy, Harry. On air. I do it on air.
Harry.
I do it on air.
All right, I guess we might see you next week. Anyone else going to cop this? Sean, my friend, please help.
I've got to say, I would not have hard feelings towards you.
No,
of course not. What are you doing this, Nathan? Why are you doing this, Nathan, when the knife comes in? I'm getting $240 million. And then you'd say, try and make a deal.
Here's Nathan.
Psycho killer. Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.